What is up? It is Big Char Trades back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how the fuck I missed out on $4,000 times 8 today, which is, I don't even know what that is. That is 4,000 times 8. That is $32,000. I could have had a $32,000 day today, but instead I had an $8,000 day. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you the trade that I took and yeah, everything that went into that. So coming into the market today, as you can see, we were just ripping to the upside. I mean, there was absolutely zero hints of a reversal. And so in my eyes, I thought that today 9:30 would open, manipulate lower, trade into some fair value gap or something, and then trade back to the upside. So coming into the market, the thing that I was looking at was this 5-minute fair value gap. I was like, okay, I'm going to wait for this 5-minute fair value gap to get inverse, and then I'm going to get an entry to the downside out of it. But my intuition, something was just telling me that this was not going to happen until 9:30 opened. And thank God I listened to myself, because look at this huge candle at 9:30. So instead, I looked at the 3-minute for something. There was nothing on the 3-minute that I liked. So then I went down to the 2-minute, and we had this fair value gap right here. Now, I'm not just blankly trading an inversion. There are specific things that I see here that made me want to take this trade. Now, the first and most important, which is being right here at this leg, as you can see, ES is making higher highs, right? These are higher high, higher high, higher high. Now, if we take a look at the NASDAQ, these three candles, right, we are clearly making lower highs. I mean, on the ES, we are clearly making lower highs. So this bearish SMT is very strong. It's lower time frame SMT. Unfortunately, we don't have any higher time frame PD rates to trade off of because we're at all-time highs. Their price hasn't been at this level before. So I was willing to take an inversion here. Now, another important thing to point out is that this is also the manipulation high. That's why this inversion holds so much weight, because this is the series of up-close candles that swept highs, right? This is the highest high in the leg. So we have the manipulation high. We have the SMT with ES, right? ES is making lower highs while the NASDAQ is clearly making higher highs, okay? We have the manipulation high, we have the SMT, we have the inversion. Now, I could either do one of two things here. I could take the trade on the candle closure, or I could, drop down to the lower time frames and add even more confirmation to this trade. Well, Charlie, how do you add more confirmation to this trade? Well, this 2-minute inversion, we could use it and take an even lower time frame inversion out of this inversion, right? So if we go drop down to the 30-second, as you can see right here, right, we can take this little 30-second inversion. Oh, it's not even an inversion. Okay, 15-second. Okay, we could take a lower time frame inversion even down to the 15-second, right? We have everything. We're just looking for a better entry. We could take this inversion right here just for some extra confirmation, right? Go short right here at the closure. Stop goes at the protected high, right? And then final TP can go all the way down to, and I'll show you in a second here. Let me go to the 15-minute. Sorry, okay. So the final TP can go all the way down to this low, or even London low, right? My initial TP was this low right here, and this was like a 8R trade. I actually didn't take this entry. My entry was on just a 2-minute retest. I didn't wait for an inversion, right? My entry was right here on this retest, somewhere right there. Okay, stop went at this high. And I took this trade with 2 minis since there was only 7 points of stop, right? A 7-point stop. And my final TP was down here for a 13R trade, and obviously that went ahead and hit the TP. Something very tragic happened though. I obviously did not catch this full move, or else I wouldn't be making this video. I actually cut this trade right here at this first unmitigated 15-minute fair value gap. So I caught like a 4R instead of a 13, 14, 16R, whatever crazy R that was, right? And that's just really annoying. So why did I cut here? Well, I cut here because this is an unfilled fair value gap, and typically at 9:30, price does what's called a Judah swing, meaning it goes in the opposite direction of where it wants to go in order to, manipulate, fill those orders, and move higher in this case. So I thought that was what's going to happen, right? Even though we had all these bearish confluences, since we didn't have a higher time frame PD array, I wasn't super confident in this trade. So being the fact that I wasn't super confident in this trade, I'm way more prone to cutting this trade early instead of letting it run. Now, if I just held on to the trade for a few more fucking minutes, I would have went ahead and caught the whole move because we displaced very strongly to the downside. So and the worst part about this trade is that I moved my stop up here to in profit. So I moved my stop and then I cut the trade just because I wanted to secure the profit because I thought price was going to reverse. Now, looking back, right, that was extremely poor trade management. If my stop loss is in profit, I should never be cutting the trade. I got scared out of this position. If you saw the trade on Instagram or TikTok, I posted like the trade recording of it. You would see that I got scared out of this position, which is tragic. But I'm not mad. I still made like 1.1K. It's extremely frustrating when I missed out on 3.8 per account. And this was on 5 top steps and 3 alpha futures accounts. So with that being said, I guess this was like a trade recap, but also, there's like a little lesson in here to trust your analysis. And yeah, if your stop is in profit, there's 0 point to closing. I just got scared out of this position by the 9:30 manipulation, but that is today's video. Hopefully you learned from it, and yeah, subscribe if you feel like it. Leave me a comment letting me know if you took the same trade, or if you have any questions, just let me know. And as always, recap is also on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff. So subscribe if you're new, if you feel like it, and peace out.